A long time ago, a man lived in Britain with his pregnant wife. One day they were walking along the road in their village when they saw a man hitting his donkey. The wife gave the man a piece of her mind, which he was not happy with because he didn't think that a woman should be speaking to him that way in public. He cursed the couple and told them that when their baby was born, it would have the face of a donkey. When the baby was born, she was a little girl, and the couple named her Osha. As a young child, she was incredibly smart. She had the voice of an angel and the face of a donkey. People were so cruel to her that she had to wear a veil everywhere she went. As she grew up, her father and her would sit at the dining room table and have long discussions about the Torah. One day, a man named Raphael was walking past, and he heard her voice and fell in love with the woman that voice belonged to. He went and knocked on the door and asked her parents for her hand in marriage. Her parents tried to talk him out of it, but he was dead set on marrying this woman. And he wanted to marry her as soon as possible. Raphael and Osha had a beautiful wedding, and throughout the entire celebration, she was heavily veiled. That night, Raphael begged Osha to take off the veil. He told her that she had a beautiful mind and a beautiful voice, and no matter what she looked like, he would love her. But when she took the veil off, he was horrified. Osha convinced him to stay just for the wedding night because she didn't want to be shamed, and the very next morning, Raphael left. Osha's heart was broken. He had left behind a few personal items, and she put those in a box and put them away. 9 months later, she gave birth to a little boy named Bonanat. Along with the help of her parents, Osha raised Bonanat and taught him everything that she knew. He was incredibly intelligent, and no matter how much the other children made fun of his mother, he always defended her. He spoke so highly of her that people in the village started coming to her with their questions so she could help them find answers. When Bonanat was 13 years old, he decided that he wanted to go find his father. Osha told him his father's name was Raphael and what kind of job he had, and she gave Bonanat the personal items that she still had of his. Bonanat traveled to many lands trying to find his father, and eventually he tracked him down. He went up to his father and asked him if his name was Raphael, and Raphael said that Bonanat looked very familiar to him, but that he couldn't place him. When he told Raphael that he was, in fact, his very own son, Raphael's heart was broken, and he had been filled with regret all of the years for how he left Osha. Raphael agreed to go back to Bonanat's village to talk to Osha. That night before they left, Bonanat had a dream that he was beside the river in Eden and that he was supposed to take eucalyptus leaves, dip them in the river, and then take them to his mother to put on her face. An angel told him that his mother had suffered enough and that these leaves would break the curse. The next morning when Bonanat woke up, there was a small satchel beside him that had fragrant eucalyptus leaves in it. The two men started their journey back to Bonanat's village, and when they got there, Raphael fell at Osha's feet, begging her forgiveness. Osha told Raphael if he wanted to stay and talk to her, that they could see if maybe they could work things out, but it would take a while for her to regain her trust in him. That night, Bonanat gave his mother the satchel, and she put the leaves on her face, and the curse was instantly broken. Osha's face became as beautiful as her voice and her mind. Osha rushed to show her parents her face, and they immediately started crying. She then went to Raphael and took off her veil, and he could not believe his eyes how beautiful she was. The two of them rekindled their love, and they lived happily ever after.